Sanje Chudang Suji Chwanam La Janju Padu Dani Josan Tangi Jinsoji Sanam Sanje Ndu Parai Sho Sanje Chudang Suji Chwanam La Janju Padu Dani Josan Jinsoji Be Sanam Dola Veju Sanje Ndu Parai Sho Sanje Chudang Suji Da Janju Padu Dani Josan Tangi Jinsoji Be Sanam Dola Veju Sanje Ndu Parai Sho Saji Veju Chudang Do Dang Jenye Sanji Shinla Midum Buai Dogunam Chopara Sho Edaman Guru Rena Mendala Ganare Adayami. I would like to welcome everyone here tonight. I am giving a brief commentary on Gaden Choling. That is Gaden Choling. Dewa Surata Dudich, Ropteji, Shuai, Kashira, Sami Sabat in the Dutch, Chunde Ming, Chunde Goyas, Gaden Lajima, Londa Kasodi, Tea, Puya de Shida, Ketchumber and Aranzo, Chidani, Kawajin Lombalani, Yerumuchilla Tevaming, Suji Omas, Chuluchenda, Saja, the Gajinu to Soy Bay. Jerumbushi, she was your and Aranzo, in the Jerumbushi, Risungum to Yamio to a Genesis to a China to a there is Aranzo Giluba, and in Giluba Sawa and Gadil Hajan, the machine, a lawman, Suji, Omata, the laminate your laminate the cage, she should draw. When I had to turn Mondo. Chebekalane, Nambola Menanjushi, and the name Mandra Cha, Dojis and Becomde, Odusreta, Nambola Menanju. So it is very important to practice Guru Yoga as a mondo or foundation practice. Generally speaking, we have 4 kinds of foundations: Guru Yoga, Refuge, Mandala Offering, Vajrasattva practice. So here is the Guru Yoga. This is Guru Yoga Lama Tsongkhapa. And Lama Tsongkhapa is the emanation of Manjushri, Vajrapani, and Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezi. We as a practitioner of Geluk lineage, so Lama Tsongkhapa, Guru Yoga, Gandhi Lagima is the most important practice and very beneficial and is the foundation, right? So there are different kinds of commentaries. Kajamak on the Shri. And the ring in the Tite, Duduchi, the Muju Dama Bandas, and then the Gilu Balama Pekachi, Tachimangarazo, Lamringi, Ati Laju Nala, your charges in Bulajitwala, your. Then you make teach something capable of but these songs you teach you didn't tell So there are different commentaries of Gaden Choling. One very famous one is composed by seventh Dalai Lama, and there's another one composed by Chebje Pawunga Deche Nyingbo, which is a very special one. It's more kind of esoteric one. It comes with the Poa practice as well. So tonight I will give a brief commentary based on Muchu Dhammabada. He was a very famous master in the Gilu tradition. I'll read it, and as I read it first. So this is the Guru Yoga of Lama Tsongkhapa and his two disciples, Zasep and Kedubji. So there are two outlines. First, means how do you do the practice, actual practice, right? Tunsam is like a between sessions or after the practice, what sort of practice one should do, and like a closure, right? And so on. Angola sum, the actual practice, that muji de la mondo rimba, muji rimba, juk rimba, mondo muji juk rimba, sumji. So actual practice has three outlines: preliminary or preparation, and actual practice, and the conclusion. Again, first, mondo practice foundation itself is three outlines. Tangbo jamdo ne tsangmati chosham la lebar khone kunglong chide. So first is, before you do the practice, you have to do the practice in a sort of conducive place, nice place, and clean environment. And ne tsangmata namju ngaran so kanden de Nyamnechi, Dubachi de Galani, Kangbazu Yabo, Tangmachi, and Chobazu Yabo, Sham, and then you to Yava, you to number, and Nehan Chidurchina, Choba Yumeva, Sham Sundo, Nehan Chidurchi, Kambazu, Sangma, Nehan Sangma, anything Chosham Liba Kurnes, in that Kunda, Tanga, Karian, Jerumbuji Kunda, Laman, the Kunda, Kuban, Yabo Sham, Chobazu Yabo Sham. And then and so you clean the room and set up nice altar and make some offerings. Then you have images of Lama Tsongkhapa or tankas, what you have, and then you have to have a right motivation. That says the same answer. Lamin you Maji Gonda Tami, Stampian Tampi, Sanji Kombatova Chigi, State Chavala, Sanji Kombatova Tambo, and Lamin and you, Lamagoro, Lama, Idam, Namjute, Zawasum Sido, Lama, Idam, and Country Chijung, others. That's Zawasum there, Zawasum. So there's that Sanji Kombatova. Chigiti, Chedu, the ring are Lamin and Juchi, Gombe, Jerumuchi, and Juti, Ruiz, Tinokono Yabuch, and to Maraji Wuji, Chendo, the Tadoji, Yabu, Jawalam, doing this one, children, the way of Mari, and then the Jisudo, 10 delation, a Chuba mess, 10 delation, Jakona, 10 de Tandasha, Dramachi, Church, and half down and 10 de Dola, Cadena Churrioma, 10 de la Chuba mess. So it says that you have to have right motivation. You should say, okay, I'm going to do the practice Guru Yoga for the enlightenment for all sentient beings. And if you do the practice just for your own sake, for temporary happiness, long life, and so on and so forth, that's not Dharma. It says if you're too attached to this life, then it's not Dharma practice. 네, 정말 조시하면 레버라 그네 공룡 주된 든지나 빼미도 모양이 자 체외 대와 ten진 자벨라마 예마주 최지하고 종가바 예세 숨라 응무주지 라마 예담 산지 장sem 니랑 바원 칸도 주주 숨마 남지 권이 주고 조르스 단 든들레네 빼미도 보체 메도 빼마도 동보야 보치 메도 빼미 대지 디지들라 예로보치 공 lam yerum ti ye ngo de la kara yerum ji cha ye ngo de la jasub ji ye ngo de kirub ji ye gong ti ta de la yidam sawan de ba de ji je de den cho la so de ne ma nen ju ju gu yidam kasha de yidam kuri da de ne dam le la so du shi ma de ni san ji cha ju ju san ji cha ju sum ba de ne nyera pa wa khan de chu ju sum du gong. So now you have to first visualize the object of refuge. There's a big lotus cushion, and visualize Lama Tsongkhapa with two disciples sitting. Then surrounded by, below, there's all the Yidam deities such as Yamadaka, Samaya, and Evajra and so on. Also other yoga tantric Yidam deities like Varochana and Hayagirva and so on, and then Kriya Tantric deities like Tara, Green Tara, White Tara, and so on, and then Dakas and Dakini Dharma Palace, and visualize them in front of you as much as possible, whatever you can imagine, right? That was Gomne, Karsota, Chi Javu Tangsa, then it Jews, then it Jews Salta Desa. 다른 로나 위타는 심진 탐지 둔데에서 지시 장주 님보라 지 봐도 빠데라마 담아나 저요 저부산 좀 되나 담지나 저 바부 견디나 저수 차숨 내숨 다들 다른 로나 위타는 심진 탐지 그 정도 안에 산지 고모마도 되네 빠데라마나 저수도 산지라 저수 초초라 저수 인도라 저수 그래 바부 견디나 저수 저수 다 점도 쇼. So then you take refuge. You say, for the sake of all sentient beings, and numberless sentient beings, and in order to reach enlightenment, I take refuge to gurus, refuge to Buddhas, and I take refuge to Dharma, I take refuge to Sangha, I take refuge to protectors, and so on. You repeat 3 times. Tasum. That I'm just to Tasum. That is also a simple. Niba simpleness, Mashi tending Tenzo, Cham Ningi Lasam, the Salta Desa. Dagima Simji Sanji, the Dobasanji Koma Jinica. Jinica knew the Toberchati to the Lamsam of Lemon and Genius, Lang, Shira Possum, Casa, Shira Possum, Toba Jebercho, Chaos, or that. That's Janju Sem Gongurta. So, Semjin Tamji to the Renga, Janju Sem Gongwings, Chamba Gong, Ningi Gong, Laksam Gong, and then the Lamrim, Mashi, Tenzo, Yun Chamba, Ningis, Junde Manga Duro, Mashi, Tenzo, Yun Chamba, Ningi, Laksam, Janju Sem, the Gongre. That you meditate on bodhicitta, practice 7 Mahayana cause and effect, and recognize all sentient beings as a mother, remembering kindness of all sentient beings, and then repaying kindness of all sentient beings, and meditate on compassion, and meditate on supreme wish, and then meditate on bodhicitta. Okay, so there's lots of things need to be considered here. And then, Jamduche, Chanani, Karshote, Janchu Semche, that's also, yeah, Seme Higon, Seme, Chamba Seme, Ninja Seme, Gawa Seme, Danyum Seme, Semeva, Sumse, Semeva, Karsu, Sene, Changa, the Chimaro, and the finishing the soldiers, Chimbuja, the Teja Jorwa, Inji Kazi, Matukazi, Tokazi, Teja, Yodis, Teyo Maris, Kaisa Tanga Yomaris, Semjel Tanga Yomro, wa semje tamsi ranga yo dendi semje tamjela jamba go nyingi go da nyum go ene tusin jamba nyingi da nyum gawa gomsa del se yo maro odendi se mezane gomsa kol se mezane ni gewa del se mebachi yungo ra gomsa ko semje tanga ma yo maro telbe jamba yabuji gom nyingi se da nyum go maro ene 소소기 개와들 세 요마 다티 세메서 개와 뱀메세 누구요 개와야 보시 누구요 랑가 요마 이시라기 배 슈침부 슈용 거 dob침부 용 거, 야부 슈용 거 근데 이제는 세메시스 공부해서 왔다 here then you are after generating bodhisattva you have to meditate on what we call the four limitless okay four immeasurable four limitless why we call limitless because the object of meditation are love, compassion, equanimity, and joy, there is no limit. Sentient beings are numberless. There's no limit, right? And nobody knows how many sentient beings are there. Even we said the Buddha could not comprehend. Well, I know Buddha knows for sure, but Buddha never said anything about how many sentient beings. And what's the point anyway? We can't understand. So that's why Buddha didn't say. Sanji mentioned about the Yomara, Sanji Kasio, Sanji number Sanji Jimbishi, Sanji mentioned by Yomar, Kunchins or Sanji Kunchishi, Sanji took the Kunchins or Kunchi Church Sanji Chenga. Chenga yor de Samji Ranga Kasi, you mentioned in a Tangan the Kasi yor Sanji, Manzola Suna, Manzoka, Pendo Yomar. Mazo Hakwayama, Dakasi Yoga, Mazo Jini, Simna bed, low in it, Daddy, Kaso Daddy, Narazo de Laki Ayomata, Tanga, Simji Mambuji Oris, that did it. Pena, Masaji Butoma, Tome Tang Yoro, the Dua Saya, the Dodoji, or the Jula, Ya, on, in and Butoma bit. Tungra Mama Tango, Shannon in the store, or Tangatia Yoma. In the Zambul, Namla Shaka to Pu, your Jamson or Book Cassidy, Yan Dramada Mambo, Shaka, and Sinji didn't boot wrong, Tomat and Boo, Dangma Mosquito, that in the to Walla, so Tangatia Yoma, and this is same as. So, sentient being has no number, see, as we all know, right? So never mind, we don't need to count the numbers. So you just meditate and dedicate your Dharma practice for the benefit of all sentient beings. Then you can earn so much merit. This is a wonderful thing. And limitless merit. Okay, so here, limitless of love, limitless of compassion, limitless of equanimity, and limitless of joy. Meditate on for immeasurable. That Simji Tamji. Devada, Devajana, Nemaji, Sunjay, Donga, Sunjay, Donga, Devada, and there was Sunjay, Yeren Chadin, Nanu, and never churches. That's Simation Dere, Lushitang, Mambushumi, Donga, Devada, Madava Churchi, Achi, Yeren Chadin, Daniel, and never Chichi, Danium, there's also Gomini, Javuna, a more certain number around the doors, Nibamuja Santa. Tambu Chamdu, you the Yerumuchi, the JFC Sumchi, Sanji, Sanju Sumba, the Neve, Yaram, Bao country choose on those Gomra, Migoche. And it tell us Sunday Wache, Jamduche, Janjusum Gom, and it's Hemish Gomra, that Gom Sadikala, any Javu JFC Sumchi, then Sanji, Janjusum, but somebody, he took a nebe as a Tugali was the home so market. Demba ne was a mabo, Macho, this was Demba. And he took it because Juoni was a cabbage. So, yes, was a Juola Matim. That Joe with the Nicho and Demba took it, you say Cabo, Mawas, Hombosubject, this was a Matim. And it's also Naranzola, Tojing the Kuicha, Sungicha, Tucha, Samatoson, and the Mujoda. They Chavina, 2 years. And you patient after this sort of Sanga, maybe doos, Sanga, maybe Sanga, the Haglam, you do a Mubacho, Tavachin, and 2 years. And Hala Mubat Sochi Bas, they do the Tuba shoes. Kawa, Muba Kala, Muba Sojiva, in the Tuba Yukchi, Karasigosan, so similar, Muba Chen, Sanji, they show you, Muba Cheven, Sanji, they show. Sanji and the age of the sugar, some Mubajan age of sugar, young Jola sugar, Kasakali sugar, Sanji maybe Sajo Mess, Namibajan Euro. Sanji Mess, Sajo Yomar, Sajo Yomarism. So he says there is no place where there is no Buddha. If you visualize Buddha, wherever you visualize Buddha, Buddha is right there. That's what it means. Kala Mibatsoji Bahas. Then the Tuba Yuks, Tuba Sanji Shakya Tuba Siwarwa. But it says in one of the famous texts out in there. So you visualize three lights coming, right? Dissolve into your crown, throat, heart. Was a cabo mavo hombusum those macho, so you and Demba, you got them. Look when they should be departure the Jivata, not going to be departure the Jivata. Each going to say departure the Jivata, task on your mutual. It's an other. Rawa, Chino, that's another. That in Yamdo, and Sanji, Kuicha, Sungichilla, Tuichilla, using mutual. So this time you have to do is imagine a white light emanating from the refuge object, dissolving into your crown, red light coming from the merit field, from the refuge object, dissolving into your throat, blue light coming from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas from the object of refuge, dissolve into your heart. Due to that, your body, speech, and mind are purified. Your karmas are purified, right? And you received. So this is the refuge. Karshote, Chavino, Mar, Karmar Sil, Mar Sil, and number around the Dusa. Tama, that and the Chavu Gumbarwa, Chavu de Yama, Gamishung Lama or JFC Sundani, Jidam Samama, and they will sell you, will say to you, and they will sell you in social matim, Tim Tim. So you have visualized the object of refuge, okay? So then the object of refuge and the merit field now transform into light, white light, yellow light, and blue light dissolve into you. Okay, that's the sort of the closure of that, right? This is the preliminary. Then you go to Gaden Lagyama, actual Gaden Lagyama practice. That is also any Gaden Lagyama. Don't go to worry. Dambonesa, Choshin Jen Demba, Della Choso Wasa. Niba Mujila Sun, Choshin Jen Demba. He Choso Wa, so other Mudu Shuas, Dambonesa, Gaden Yiga Chunjin to Champe Toga, JFC Sum, Satab Sa. Ganela Jungunji took on the Raguashos, Pundi Chunjin, Chiji Jabo, Punchin Lozanda, Sada Jaba, named the Shiks of Souls. Oh, Bonnie, can you bring the daily prayer? Yes. Copy, yeah. So that go to Ganil Hajan Gonji took on it, right? Ganil Haja, Jawa, Gaden Shingayo, Gaden Shingora, Gaden Shing, Shinga Jitun Chamba, Jawa Chamba, or Jawa Chambe took on it, was a march, Ting Chumbasoli, was a march, Gaden Hajan Gonji took on it, a Rauka, Shos, and a Pundi Chinsis. Oh, and like beautiful, this is the new one. Okay. So then, a beautiful white light, as well as I'm not sure this has it coming like it. I'm not sure this one has coming like it. The old one has one. Yeah. It's upstairs in my room. You go up there. Okay. It's on the desk there. Okay. See the old version. Oh, you want to before tennis? Yeah, that has Gaden Lagyama in it. So Anyway, so Gandhi Lajam going to Rakwashi upon Chujo Kunjo said the Japanese. So you imagine now in front of you there's a Tushita Pure Land, Gandhi Shing. So in Tibetan we say Gandhi Shing, Gandhi Shing. The something that kills Tushita, so Tushita Pure Lands. That Jawa Chamba issue, I said Mongba, Sanji Jawa Chamba. Sanji Tamji Gandhi Shing Ma Pigger, Sanji Tung. Gaja Tomba Shajatua, the Mullen Mapi, the Ganesh Mapi, Penny, the Mulepe. And Mamba, Sanji George, and Matana George and Baganesh, Shu, George and Betugan, and then was a couple, the Timbaka, which Machu, Luna. Teach it all any JF says so. You see, they Tanga the door, what JF says so. Yeah, JF says so, those market. Timmy Chital, Shooty, you shit, then. Kedu the Jasep Tulku Gaden Lajin going to Tuganes, going to say the Jawa Chambi Tuganes, Gaden Lajin going to Tuganes. Rakwa shows a bondi Chuji of Kunjelo Santa, Yermuch. Chuji of Kunjelo said that Japanese says the Koran Romaro said the Jasep the Keduji in this market, they shoot, Rondun shoot, or to shoot. So I'll read the English translation here. From the heart of the hundreds of Ganden Devas emerges a brilliant white cloud like a great mass of fresh yogurt. Atop sits Tsongkhapa, all-knowing King of Dharma. We request that you and your disciples come to this place. Okay? And in the space before me on a lion throne, lotus moon, venerable guru smiled with delight, supreme field of merit for my mind of considered faith. Please remain and spread the teaching for hundreds of eons. That Gazela and Gunji took and Rawi Gunji Chijo, Kunja Losanta said the Japanese uses. Said the Japanese use so. Then that doing a Gombarwa. As Jane, Niba de la so by doing Tambo, Yuk so down, in Yukila, and Linji the Chavanesa. That Yuronas, doing Shurana, Yasota. Doing the Tusum Saltabs, Tusum the JF system, the Jurwa. Around Sonam the Shing that into the young element that was used so Dungeon syndicated things. So that's also so now we use it. And then Jerumuji have system the Shurona, young element. So Nasonam Sagi, Chatsagi, Mandrapugi, and the Yaladumpachi, the Shuronas, sort of Dungeon syndicated thing. Jeju Lama Jeb and Zongachi, that Dungeon number syndicated was shoe. And Jeju Lama Jeb and Zongachi, they show the Shere to Machi. Nivunan, Shere des, that Shemoshi said, Marie de Zoom said, Shere Simbachi, Nivunan do show what you come, Yezula Majibu, the Alo Tebe, Sonam Shinjoto, Temba Jessica, so Sonam says you, then Sanji Temba gave it to Dundun de Jurona, sort of. So we request Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples, please stay here in front of me, sit on the lotus and moon cushion, and imagine the three gurus are smiling, or so they are here in order to, as an object of my creating merit and virtues and good karma, and also for in order to preserve teaching of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. That's Sanji Temba Jevet and the Shuronas, Kajas, they low Mombo. Lo Momo be Kawa than the Shuronas, that Kawaja, Shuronas sort of, she saw the wish, Yaji, he was someone. So after that is I saw them, Cheji, yes, on him and Luacho. So similar. After we made the request, you imagine Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples, they accepted my request. Okay, Shalji, was the beginner, Cheji, yes, so that let me Cheji, yes, like your. So, yeah, indicated there was accepted the request. Well, she songs. She saw the Vishaji Samo, Niba, Chagi Yala, that Chata, Yala do Yoda, Chat, and with Chagi Yalanes, Rangi Semji Tamji, Lu, the Cha, Tawata, Nagit, 30 Joba, Egypt, signal that Kusung to Yondano, Yondini, Ku South of the Shiji Chung, Javelo to Kazan, Jinju Lishi song, Tabi Pajilaman Zipoko. So now we do prostration. Okay. So here we're doing the 7 limb practice. 7 limb practice. Okay. So ila dumba da ngaji ila kadu na ngaji kanil haji banala ila dumba yo lama chibe nala ila dumba yo pena ila dumba mengi juni omar chowa karndo na ila dumba yo pen nenju mari da chindo na da and Jiji Dajin Kangal, Yila Duma Sayota, Masao Yoma, Yila Dum. Every sadhana's prayers have a 7 limb practice. Always. So what are the 7 limbs? Okay. Cha Chawata, Churching, Shakbata, Yusuyura, Kushing, so on the Gewa Jusi da Tanji over Chanju Chimbo, Mo, Snamjiwa, and Tabanga, and then the world. Chasewa, Sambu Chasewa. So first we do 7 limits. First we do prostration, chanter, churching. Second, make offering. Third, declaration or confession or declaration. Church use your rejoicing, merit. Kushing says that churching kolo corona, church on nas ya shua ya shu. Chanter church use your kushing. So on that Yangele Mandewa Sanji Galama in the Ta, Shingama Maverona, Tanda Shurona, Kasi Shu to Shurona, Sta, Tishu Pugar, Andola Lama Gore, and Lama Yor, Tanda Lama Yor, and Shiraka was on Bora, Susu Lama Yorbo, Cha Yudukata, Shurona, Yashu, Madunam, Tishu Yangshan Pugarwa, or Tendere. That Tishu and Jewish, Tajibushra Puyaga. To show you Marakoga, Maranata, so seminary at Shuatin, you the world. So on, this year I'm pushing so on. Giwa Junsi, that sometimes with Tamatama de more here, Giwa. What to say that you let do but so first one is prostration, second is making offering, third one, fourth one is rejoicing. And fifth one is requesting the Lama Guru stay with us. And then the sixth one is please turn the wheel of Dharma, please teach us. The final thing, seventh one is I like to dedicate my Dharma practice and for the sake of enlightenment. Moa, those are the 7 in practice. Okay, here, now first one, prostration here. Nana Kandila Jaman, Dindo Shiji Chungun Javel to Kasanave, Jinju Lishi Song, Tagwe Paji Laman Zibo, Ko, Tumtu Tembet on their Lacha Towers. So now I prostrate to the Guru's body, Guru's mind, holy mind, Guru's holy speech, I prostrate to Guru's holy body. Okay. Go Song Tusong Chase. So here, I will read this part, the English translation. Your omniscient wisdom mind encompasses all, that's the mind. Your voice of profound teaching is a music of fortunate air. Your radiant body invokes the wondrous admiration. Tsongkhapa, I prostrate. Your sight, sound, thought produce great merit. So I prostrate to Lama Tsongkhapa, the holy body. I prostrate Lama Tsongkhapa's holy teaching, the speech. I prostrate Lama Tsongkhapa's holy mind. Okay. So Shiji Chungin Javelo to that Sanji in the Jerumbuchi, that Jersum, then Sanji is the Koran Sumbu, then Manchema Junior. Shiji Chunguns, Tamji Chingores. Shiji Chungun Jave Ludu, then Shiji Chungun Chamba Maze and Bishira, Ben Messi Ludu, over. Bimmy, Sheriff Jachimbo Sabat, the new one, the sheriff of the Mongoyota, is doing Jami and Rowan, Jerumushi Jami, 2 hours. And so Lama Tsongkhapa is the emanation of Manjushri, so he has great wisdom, omniscient mind, hyperstate to his mind. Kaza neve Jenju Lishi songs, that Jerumuchi Masunju na Jerumuchi JFC Sundamas, Masunju na Lo, Sunju na the West, Sure Masunju Galbe, Sunju Galbe, Sabo, and it be so the seminal be, Sem Chibuyo, and it be Sem to Zolola, you want, and it be Penang than the Gasodi, Damien Solatan, the Neorwa, she Limbu Solat, the Nengatunga, Nimbo de Leot, the League Sology, Dele, Telegram, or the Casa Neves, Sosokawas and Boro, Nevi, Jinjust, Lexia Song, Talame, Sunji Mas, Sung de la Sosa Semna Bay, Lolo Semna Shila Gawido, Yansi Sunji Shola Gawido, Penahima, Deputy Solomon in the Perwa, the Wachis sure a pretty hard now, sure. I was much using around there, and by Sunji Shawando, Muchi, Tena, or choose soon, Shilla, single mother. Can I choose a tumble or shudo? And then I write Rumiches and Shachin, Sergio per day dead. Yashira Mumbai, Sunju Naron, and she'll big mother, Molo Tomorrow, and I did it, chat on it. Then Masudu, Chur Masu. Then the song children, now I'm legitimate. Nimu, Chur Koshler, Nimushi, the song. Then I asked him, Chin, where Kadachi, he quit the Kawiro. Roboto, your manager, Kadachi there. And didn't choose the tombos, touch on those shows, the touch on those shows, that's what has shown me. Equal and then Langless, my own. So I'm telling a story when my guru Je Tsongkhapa Rinpoche, you see the picture right behind me. He was here, staying in Toronto. I was very fortunate, He only sleeps 3 hours, 4 hours. And I go to his room and I just sit there, and offering some tea. And I don't ask teachings, I don't want to bother. And but then he spontaneously talks about Dharma, a lot of his history or stories to do with meditation. Then I was so happy. I'm so blessed out. In English, you say blessed out, right? I'm so happy, right? So I sometimes I write notes. Sometimes I bring a small recorder, cassette tape, And there was way back in 1980, end of 80s, right? So I was so blessed out, and time goes so fast. What do we call it in English? Timeless experience, right? And then suddenly he said, "Oh, it's 1 o'clock. You better go home now. You should get some sleep." I say, "Yes, okay, thank you." And then I come home, make sure I don't fall asleep on the way. I used to drive a small car, little Honda Civic, and anyway, so it's really like because the Guru's power, listen, you get this timeless experience. The Lama Tsachi Mandu Sungju Shizu Dedi Ro, Semna Lame China, Sama Jugo Shosan, the Mingas, so on the Ajiro, did Lame China, some money, Judo, so Semna Bay, Jibu. And you debate Jenda Dinas, Tanya Toya, Mevachadu, Sino Kwanju. And it base ordination, that Casa Neve, Jinju, Lishi, Songsa. And so you get blessing from the Guru. You sort of feel like I want to stay with my Guru. I want to go follow him wherever he goes, I want to follow him all the way to India, hang out with him. I want to become what we call in English, Guru, Gurupi, whatever you want to call it. It's like chasing the Guru. And I don't want to do that either. I don't want to bothering him, chasing him wherever. And there are so many other students, they need him too. I don't want to just take his time. I don't want to be selfish, So anyway, Tagpi Baji Laman Zebeko. Right? Jerome Baji Kuden, Sanji Ku, Tior Carson, Senzam Busumjus and Pages and Bujus and Delay or Delay, Tagpi Baji Laman Zebekos. So the Guru's body is not ordinary person, not ordinary body, because the Guru has a special kind of quality, physical qualities, right? And That Sanji Lama JFC something, those Gomja or Gomja is similar to Gomja, and he not don't want to support those check. And Tong two or Tembe, that Temba and Tusen, ye Gandila Juman Dumbra, Dumba, in the seminal bay, in what the Pacha, and the Yabushu water, Tung Tembe, turn the number, Yungo, like a task. So, and when I think about the Guru and think about the Guru's teachings, advice, and then it becomes so meaningful. It's very profound to me. It really can be life-changing experience. Tung Tembe, like so much. Now, second, Chata, Chanto Juji Jabada, church stars, and in a Sumba Chobasido, that is Chobayana, that Chobaber. Rangla Sibi Tugan Yidu, Lamo Chuyi, Nejo, Romoso, Mushavi, Chodin Toba, Toba, 2 days, Chodin Toba, 2 days. You want to not a method to him do nothing to just. We shall you to Judin Johnson, son of Machine, Chell and Chobambos. That's also those David Garden, so Nigan and Lad and Hammond in the Mambo Jum. He in the Lord Hammond Choban them as a kid, and the method of put that in the that Toma, the Shasela, so what that Karin Choban them. Namjis method of Chawatan, Chenyan and Chubotan. Manage on the do with them, Jawatan, Chubambo said, Chigorwa, or the method and the Chu, Poo, Shin, that Orma, and Damadet in the child, same day, Poo, or the you won't show you not a method, teach him do that Dupus Puro, Dubu, Nang cells and Chome, that teach up sorts and that being Castle to Chaps at the Kachikukumala so Tindigi Trisombo, to my way on the Tindigi, Mushami, Tus, Musham, the same Nalapa, Serge, Truni, Musham, you Chodin Johnson, the Sonam Shinchurch, that Chara, Sonam Nalas, Naran Sonam Sai, Shingre, Chara, Chopis, Chopota. So here we make offering, okay. Great merit field, okay. Tsongkhapa, I present you beautiful offering. Water, flowers, fragrant incense, butter lamp, and perfume, and more physically produced and mentally conceived, as wide as the ocean, as wide as the ocean, as vast as the sky. So I will offer lots of fresh water, beautiful flower, fragrant like incense, and light like butter lamp, and different kinds of lights, and perfume, music, sound, everything I offer in order to create merit, and also for the benefit of all sentient beings. We shall be able to children, Sonam Shinchula Choba Madancho, Shin Chobe, Shincho, Namla, Dedung, Shincho Nala, Dedung, Chumbe, Chumba Samo, Osaka, Choba Pay and Zenetini, Tujula, Yale system of Tujula, Dewachimo, Dani, the new Chonsosa, Dewa Seta, Namji Pakel, there are two new Chonson and Bewachi. So the Puvin, the social Sona Sai of Tondaro, Around the Sonam Sai of Tondaro. They don't chumba Samo, that you Yibai, shopping Lanes, Narji, the boom, Chicharana, and Josemda, Chinchia saw the doing it, Domsem, Salde, Domsem, Salde, Dagi Tomidin. So now, first, limb practice, prostration, second is offering, third one is confession or declaration, right? So we do declaration. That's Shabapewa. Shabapewa, the Kachimber, Kaisen, Tangarazo, New Mobile and Doshan, Tumo, Lelo, the Inwalas, what in the seminal Kunu Yabu Yonaya, Church had Chuchiala Gawayache, Lamala Devayache, Sanjila Deva Chuda Ginu Devayo. Yabuyuna, Namjuchi, Lelo, your Ingwa, your and Legam, Damage, Chilasavaro, the Legamojin Damage, Churchill, cook up, Kokashira Ragmado, and Java as a good away you go mare, and the end, Dum Seman there, Samadu Dinibe, Soso Dibasaya, the Chena Mixi, the Basaya, Novayoma, Ina, the boy you go talk, the Basagro, the Basa, the Bombusa, Nema Sayo, Tanda Sagio, Mambala Sagro, the Indian Shishin Sawata, young Shishi member, Sayo, the Bombusa, Lunga is with the Ba, and I'm doing as a Mikichu or a Mikichu. What was a kind of Saga? The Nisha Sawi until Jobachi, Shabo Pua. Shabo Pugo, Junzin Karasana, Shabo Puina, any Dipotago, any of Maumba, Dibosaya, shoot Chundo, Diba, Sai, Nundo. So this is the name is Shabo Pua. So why do we do declaration here or confession, and it is not like you're sort of putting your down or sort of blaming or yourself, making yourself feel guilty, and that's not the reason why you do the declaration and confession. Because we create negative karma due to our delusions, ignorance, attachment, and anger. We have naturally attachment, lots of attachment, ignorance, and anger, frustration, and jealousy, envy. We have lots of competition, many kinds of negative mind, right? Due to that, we created negative karma in the past life, and also this life, like, say last 5 years, 10 years, whatever. In the past, in present time, we're creating. In the future, we'll create negative karma, and intentionally or unintentionally. That because I said, Shishin the Sayada, Shishi Maimba Sani or Pena, Shishi said you can be Penambur, Tambur, Dambur, and put in the sound the Lakwa, the region, Gambe, Shishin, the Basad, Shishin Maimba Sadia, Chilodwachi, Mig Matochi, Gambe, Butomala, so the Dozita, the nature of any, Shishi member, Kulung Yoma, say Kulung Yoma, that in the Najita, before Mambu Yungurta, Pena Shasa de Gala, so Shasa, simply Sigu Yomarwa, Sigu Sigando Masigu, Shasa de Gala, Michi Severa, Maseva Shaksa, Yungumarwa. The symbol in simply Mashi and Luz, and the Yenzian Tomda, the Neta to Sagdo, or the Sagre, Manzu, the Sagamara. So simply say, I'll go away, my dear Shiny, or Shasi de Gala, the boy you were. The woman you want that the Bambuchi the song Shasagamendua and the Bopanguyaro and the Langaras and the Muni Tarawa. And the ordinary that she with the water Mashi, the point, she might be the ba, Ulu may be the ba, the Leongorwa. So that's what you. So, and I won't talk too much. So, we need to declarations. When we declare, then it will purify our unwholesome karmas. Also, it prevents creating further more in the future. If we declare and do confession, then that unwholesome karma, whatever unwholesome karma you have, it will diminish, it will decrease, and it become weakened. The negative karma becomes weak, and then it's easy to purify. That's why we do declaration. Also, we won't do it again in the future. So this is the reason why we do what we call declaration. So you shall but Jisuyara, which is on that Jisuyara. Okay. Council Church in Shabbat. All my unvirtuous act of body, speech, and mind are for endless time, contrary to vows of Vinaya, Bodhisattva vow, Vajrayana vow, as I recall each one from my storehouse of memories. This I fully regret from the depth of my heart. So this is confession. So I have done unwholesome karmas against the vows that I took, Vinaya vow, Bodhisattva vow, Tantric vow, I took precepts. So like we take vows, right? So we break vows. many times. Tanganzo Jamju Domba Shiore, Chanchu Sumbe Domba Shiore, Hagi Domba Shiore, get Tulung Tabaina, Ani in a get Tulung Domba, Tindi, Alan Sulubi, Domba the Yamdu Doa, Chanchu Sumbe Domba, and Hagi Domba. Jamju Domba, so Yamdu, the leaves that shall go. Okay. So now I will move on. I rejoice in magnificent achievement. Tsongkhapa, having received countless teaching, practice with utmost diligence, transformed 8 worldly functions and made meaningful use of the 18 opportunities, conditions during regional time. Okay, that did it. Jisu Yirang said, in English we say rejoicing, right? That Jisu Yirang said, Pena, Mishenda Jigi, Cha Tse, Chopa Perwa, Yana Dumba Chero, Dela Sosu Jisu Yirang, Chevina, Pacho di Mitigi, Yana Dumba Chevigi, Payo Katse, Koral Payo Katse, Towin, the Manzola Togure Sungo. Jisu Yirang Chevina, Pena Michi Cha Jat Sevina, Deli Jisu Yirang, Ngara Cha Jat Ngala Cha Jat Sevi, Gewa Yungo Reson, that they can do Yungo. So Cha Ji Manse Valani, Cha Jat Sevi, Payo Condition, Ra, Mr. Dilo. Any Choba, Michi Choba Medoshu, Mambu, Shingo Mambu, Chome Mambu, the Intel Payo or Gewa, telling me Jisu Yirang, the period, Missy Abu the Chara. Maybe she like go up with a mash, go with the charm, show the prison. Maybe she like go with that charm, I would to teach, this year and Chevra, this year said the little, tell about Tado Majivache. Teach you this year and you Koran Chovaka with tea, give out the Mali and go wrestle. That they let her look up Shudo, let alone the door. So we call rejoicing, right? Rejoicing is that we call easy way to accumulate merit. For example, if somebody is offering 100 flowers, 100 bowl of water, maybe bottle, or someone doing 100 prostration, if you rejoice in 5 minutes, it says you can earn the same merit of that person. So that's kind of easy, right? How does that work? So it sounds like all you have to do is just sit there rejoicing all the time. You might as well spend most of your time rejoicing. Right? Then you accumulate so much merit and purify unwholesome karma. That thing when the canina it's kind of logical, it's hard to understand. That when the report down in the changing by Gumbana, we should tell the shooting the that can report down the report. Should I own my deal? You see, how you wish come and the lay land of the candidates. I carry in a minute in the Sungudua. You see around. Jenna been a Giwashi in Gure, carrying under Aquayamar, and to Simji, Tamar, Shako, Amagona, K. Mata, Jimmy Hakona, Magona, and Ishi Chegina, did it, Givat Yungo, Samai, Yusira, Gomrona, anywhere Kusho Chigi, Benam Kusho in Anda, Major Pomo in Anda, Bena, Dojisimbe, Boom Jing, Cha Boom, say, Mandra Boom. 7 pages so like paint the 2 years more that the two years. So in the easy chair, in a 2 years, 2 years. 2 years young, they over the Yamu Yomar, 2 years in a day Yomar. So I can't tell you if somebody does 100,000 prostration or Vajrasattva mantra, you earn the same merit. I'm saying that. That's what it says. I don't have really kind of like proof or reasons or because I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen it how it works. But anyhow, if you believe it, you earn a lot of merit. I can't say exactly the same amount, but you earn merit, a lot of merit. So that's a good thing, right? You got nothing to lose, right? And that is so bad. This year and Gawachevina, Jacha Jan number 2 is another Hakwa Yoman. In a Gawachi work and in work. In the Zanime, Yena Gaden Hagima, the Songwa, Jina Yeladumba, Jisura said, the Nero, Otusita, Mambushu went to the Kora Komando, done all of that, Yelanesa, JFC, some took the gentle and dental and Yini Gawaisa, Yimi to the mounted Dora Choji Pambe Tanju to Yuche, Gombuchi, Lapchin Deval, Laja Sambatabi, Yirangos here. So that JF system within it, Yap system took the Zentina, Yini Gawai. That's also Yini JF system with Zentina. You go which and pay Jeru, but you need in Jangola Matonga Bachimo. Sa Amdo Lumbara Tong. Then the Kambajan and Sa Amdo Lumbani, Guluchuduka, Uzan Pedwa, and then Missukora, Uzan Shoe. Yamlena, Chill Lobjo, Pemisi, Yamlena, Sunjuna, then Sanje, and it Uzan shoot Payula pay on one, and then Perana shoot to share. And it's Sunjuna, then Pejipot Job Jichu got some, then Zambula get out, Jomara, Yerumuch, and Loma that killed the Jazz yet in the carriage of Jomar. Niman to the mounted roller to Church Bump, and to Newman the church, Mum say, Gom Pemisi, Sanje, Church Bump, and you to Jikin Church, Kangaluta, and you turn the Demanari, or the Reins and Chela Karna, Chela Dina in the Delangi Jisuram, Chigios, Jisuranchi Wakandi. Here, I will read this part here. I think I already read. I rejoice in, so I'll just say the way it is in Tibet. So I rejoice Lama Tsongkhapa. He was born in eastern Tibet, Amdo area, near Kumbum Monastery. And then he went to central Tibet when he was only 17 years old, young teenage boy, right? And he was so dedicated, and he was not an ordinary person, right? And like teenage boy, 16, 17-year-old, so much dedication. He went and he stayed there and he practiced, studied. He studied with various teachers. Yeah? He had a different kind of gurus. And when we talk about Rime, he was the real Rime. But the son did Shigadoa, Lama Chichi, Rime, Chulu, Chori, Omare, Rime, Mokshido. Mone Rime, the Nazo Gilubas, Rime. The Rime said the Chulu Chori Mabasiorwa. Kaju Lama Ten, Sonjushu, Nima Lama Ten, Sonjushu, Saja Lama Ten, Sonjushu. They chasing in Yorwa. The other Rime Sorwa. Jerumbuchi Lama, then Saka, Lama Mancha, Sakabari. Lama the Wasonam Yas. Kaju Lama Yare, Dung Chowarambuchi, Dung Kaju Lama, Sakaki. And to the Giluba Yamata Jerumbuchi Kora, Tomarwa. And Nima Lama Yore, and that Loda to kill H to China to the drawings, Chigoa. And Kadamwalam. So when they remain, Jerumuchi remain. That Nanzo Gilupas, Nanzo remain. Kashis, that chance Chulu remain Chewar Das. Yanchi Chewar, Manzo remain Yimbro. They say, well, you have to become a remain, non sectarian. And sectarian is no good. Of course, sectarian is no good. We are not sectarian. They say we should become remain. We don't have to because we are already Remen, right? It's like saying, oh, you have to become Tibetan. We got Tibetan blood already, so why do I have to become Tibetan, you know? It's, so, because in the Gelug tradition, for example, we practice Heruka Chakra Sambhala. We practice Vajra Yogini, okay? And the lineage gurus of Heruka and Vajra Yogini come from Sakya Lamas. Sakya Lama, Kabo Namisa, Mabon, Kabo Namsum, Mabo Namisido, Sajin Kuma Namwase, Sajja Kambo, Chujuva, Solamatero, Sajin Kunganimbo, Trabajan, Sonamatemo, Sajja Bended, Dongo Chijabo, Sajja Tinima, Jew. That Manzu Lanju Mata, then Jogi, Chogan the Nicola, Sajin Kuma Namwas, and sort of what the did. Other Kaju, Janapena. Chaji Chimbogomra, Chaji Chimbogom, on the Gilu, Chaji Chimbogomra, and Naru Chudu Gongora, Naru Chudu Gondi, Naru Chudu, and Chaji Chimbogom, Kajulam in Mayan, Marba, Melarepa, Gamboba, Pamotrupa, Mayan, so long as Sunday people. But then Nima Lama that, and so Gilu was so young, Guru Rinpoche, Sunday people. Guru Rinpoche Mangara, Shunyo, Jagitia Rinpoche, and Guru Rinpoche Nagio, Emma, Tabutana, Juson Wang, issue, Rundarum, Chikuni, Delishu, Tabutana, Juson Nada, one chick, Guru Rinpoche, Bema Samba, Guru Rinpoche, the Tapa Minyam doing it, want to go up. It isn't that until Danganzo Jeroas, Remirawa. So we are already Reme. As I said, we practice the Vajra Yogini and Heruka. We we make supplication prayer to the lineage gurus of the Sakyapa Lamas, and we do Mahamudra meditation. We do meditation on 6 dharmas of Naropa. So we pray to the lineage gurus of 6 dharmas of Naropa. We pray to Milarepa, Marpa, Milarepa, Gambopa, and Pamudupa, and so on and so forth. Marpa is also in the lineage guru of the Gui Samaya Tantra. Okay? And then we also pray to Guru Brahma Sambhava, and I received Guru Brahma Sambhava initiation. And one of the initiation of the 13 Tapu clear vision is Guru Brahma Sambhava with Amitayas Buddha. I received that initiation. See? So we already remain, and which is wonderful, right? I think it's very good. And again, yeah, anyway, now I don't talk too much because of time. And so here, I rejoice. Chance of church Shabbat, Jisura, Kushing so on that chance of church Shabbat, Jisura, Kushings, that you church Koro, choose on Rana, she would. Kuvialanes, Serge, Kolo Pude, Dada, Semji, Tamjila, subject, Jachi, Chuju Kolo. Good, so Nyamda, Jedun Lama. Tamachen Chukun Kala, Chinti Tintin, Jatara Sambendujan, Zamala, Sabji, Chaba, of the souls. So this is the request for receiving teaching. May the merit produced by myself and others benefit Buddha, Dharma, and all sentient beings, and may your essential and unearning teachings endure and become clear to us, great teachers. So basically, this translation is a little bit unusual here. So you're requesting teaching. Please bestow. We're asking Lama Tsongkhapa to decide. Please bestow teachings on me. That Chuji Kolo Koronas and I'm doing also Chuji Kolo Koros Lamaria Chungo Koros Shudukana, Buachi Pore. They are the Tabashu Yoveta, Asu, Asura, Bua Pure, Laman. In a Bejana, the water is on the one. Chuji, Sajin Kolo Pude, the same thing, Tamjila subject, Jachu, Chuji Kolo Koso, and that's a Kolo. Majuna, the Karina, Shingo Pugina, Metal Pugina, Karina, Chipoda, Kata Pugina, Chipoda, and Sunjuman, Mandapura, Sunju, Ambu Sunjun and other Mandapura. Sunjunan Sasuna, Mandapura, Tujish, Shura. So, according here, the commentaries say we should offer a golden Dharma wheel. So, where do you find a golden Dharma wheel? It's not easy, not so cheap. But this is an example. Or some people have money, Golden Dhamma is not terribly expensive, right? Depends on size of Dhamma wheel. could be size of a little one like this plate, small golden wheel, right? And maybe gold plated or something, whatever, symbolic, right? And that's why they call. Sajave is Wang Chusumir. Saji Sechu Chusum Sajua. Sechu said, this is what Lama Zale, one show Tambu Sir Pugores, Sir. Said Pu, and then one Aronas. That Lama say Pugu Junior Carson. Lama Kora say Mambo you go you Sungu Amari. I'll say Kesho say Menane, Choshing met the Sungo Mare. Kashi in Sungo. Yama Jagala and the Lujimo Lama. Jagala Matsu, Pava Lama, Pavatu Mayon, Benamela Rebels on the Pato, lots of all so what in it. Lots of Momoya, Jagal Choshuando, the Jagal Lamata, the Lopal, so what Naroba, Zogi, say Kishu Sungo Kambo. Say Kishu, Pelumba, say she was your secretary, say Kishu. So say Puguya Lamare. Say Pusasone, Sunjuna, Nantaro, Thomas of the Ganal Seguay Omaris, at your market uses, which are on the Bandum and at Agioris. And Zamdam say, Malam, Loma Mamana, Jindaju Hanasho, in the Lusutine. So, in the old day, long time ago, in India, in Tibet, and in order to receive teaching, you have to offer a gold to the Guru, Indian tradition, and Tibetan tradition too. It's just like testing your faith, okay? To show deeply you're interested, deeply you want the teaching. Okay? I will offer you whatever I can, and please give me the teaching. I will offer whatever. Because the teaching that you give me is very precious, because the teaching that you give me is very precious. I can't find that teaching. I can't buy that teaching. If I practice that teaching, I could become enlightened in this lifetime. Yeah? That's so precious, right? Gold is nothing. You can go find somewhere digging and, you could some prospecting. Maybe you find somebody, you said, I'll show you how to mine gold. Go down the river, the big, go around like this. And you find, oh, there's a gold here. And go to Australia or somewhere, you find gold. Long time ago, I saw lots of Chinese people go to Australia for gold digging, gold mining. Lots of Chinese people come all the way to Canada, gold mining. Then they go back. They make enough money so they can find a bride and get married, or buy a house, whatever. There are lots of people go to Mongolia, gold mining. There's a place called Ivanhoe, the Canadian company. Started gold mining in the Gobi Desert. It's very deep, still going. Go down 500 feet or 500 feet, go down and they go gold mining. And anyway, so now why we offer gold? Because you're showing your dedication. Not because the Lama really wants gold. Okay. There was a story, one Lama, he offered, the student offered the gold, some gold flecks or gold dust or whatever. And then Lama gave initiation teaching, and then all of a sudden Lama said, I don't need gold, he just throw away. And then he said, oh, he just throw away. Sometimes he give it back to you, sometimes he give it to somebody else. Right? Just testing the motivation. Right? You heard many stories like that. And we call 13 golden dharmas of Sakyapa tradition. The 13 initiation. In order to receive those initiations, you have to offer gold. And that tradition is still going. Okay. So maybe the Sakyapa lamas, they got lots of gold. You don't know. Be careful of those. And anyway, so Jizolama the machine, Chukum Kala, Tinti Tintine, Chidatambe Dujanama, Sabji Chuji, Chaba others. Lama de took Chuju go, or the Chuju go, took the Chimba, Zewa, Ninji Chimbu, the Timbatiana Yiji, the race one. That Timbati got Shabata or Chaba or then Sabji Chuji, Chaba up the so Chucha or Ranas. So the Lama Guru's mind is Dharmakaya like a sky, spacious, then all of a sudden clouds gathering. It's like a cloud of compassion gathering. Then, because of the cloud of compassion gathering, and then suddenly pouring the rain of Dharma come down. Choji Charpa, in Tibetan we say, Choji Charpa, rain of Dharma coming down. So you have to request like that. Please give me teaching. You have to make requests. Because if you don't make requests, then you're going to miss out. Because there are other people who are requesting. And the Lama has very little time. And first comes first. You have to request. If you don't request, you sort of hesitate. Oh, I don't want to request now. I'm not good and I'm not a good student. I wasted my time, Guru's time. I don't want. Well, then, yeah, then the lamas move on. They get old and passed away, and then you miss out. You see, I feel the same way. I miss a lot of the initiation teaching. I wish I received it when I was young. But the thing is, you can't do everything. Right? When I was young, I have to study philosophy, debating philosophy, memorizing so many texts. There's no time. But I did have some time. I was lucky because every winter I go down to Bodh Gaya, Varanasi, receive initiation teachings from Yungzin Ling Rinpoche and Tijang Rinpoche, Je Tsongkhapa Rinpoche, and so on. So I received lots of teaching initiation. I was very lucky, very fortunate. Tangema lo chunju gala pecha daur, pecha ta chini ta ni pecha mongolo la sim de lo chunju gala wang shu tissues ni shingwe yo mare, luksu yo mare. Ta lo ya ga shin re che, e shu du bo wa. Ni is ni chunju gala shida shu ju jong ma so ko ko rama. Ina gonga de wa do ji de wa na ane go chini de lama do ji cha. Jebje na ma so sunju na ro wa ni wang mo shu da ji ti de shu ga. Ko ko ya bu chong shida ka wa sam bu chong. And the Wachale Chani, Jebji Sonbaji Fair, Lati Rumbaji Fair, Tara Rumbaji Fair, Kagaji Tunda Marumbaji Fair, Lama Mambu, Sunji Mambu, Shun, Chiraka or Sambucho, or to see. That Omushume. She saw the Vishaji Jiba Samo, Dumba Movi Yolana, Dagi, do some Savigawana. Then do the Cheda, Shasaj, Timba Pimp, Juji Nyam, the Dagi Chinis of Giwandi. Then on the walk around, I mean, Chevergy to Los Angeles. Then be numerous such shows that did it. Gaden let him see there. Dagi Chinis of Giwandi, that more than that. Dagi Chinis of Giwandi, that's also Giwasabi, can't come to Sabi, Giwadi, and the Sanji Temba Junior Navy, Chet to the name, watch is. Then on the walk around, Chevergy to Los Angeles. How about Chicago Sanji Temple? Chevergy Lama Tsongkhapa, Jerumuji Temple, Junior and Navy, and Chitting more. Molamchi, more children. So here you do the dedication. You say for the sake of Buddha Dharma Sangha, Buddha Sasana, and also especially sake of Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching to remain on this earth. I pray, I dedicate my merit, my Dharma practice for the preservation of Dharma and to keep going. So this is the dedication, okay? And also you request the Guru to stay. Sumba Sawadam Nengudu Shiva Ne Lo Chuna Sunday Chidun Tembada Ngudu Shiva Iba Chicha the Shiva Yinja. Let the Bonamaji Tunka Della Yi Soa Deba the Ngudu Shiva. Sumba Tambo Chin Sumba Saji going to sort of Sunday Naro Chudu Chi Ichi Sunday you want a menda. Chombo sum that menda betamo mushumi. Kosati Dagin Logan, then the Logan, Chebaji, all the 10 million word Saji Shaws. That Yeladu Machis, that menda pure, that menda put on the Mambushumi to Zumado. So after you've done 7 in practice, then you do mandala offering, okay? And the menda Java, the Duvani or what? On the Bumi, I want you to just say, oh, the menda Java, the menda Duva, Saji Pichi Chuchi Mother, Cholokachi or the menda put. That's how so I'm going to talk about now how to receive blessing, receive purification from Lama Tsongkhapa to disciples. Okay, so this is the method. That Jerumuchi Yawacha Mitugan Ma say Ma Kawa to any Timakawa Jung, Dun Titilani, Jerumuchi Trikanshu, Jasab Jetta Kiduji, you got Trikanshu. And then Jerumuchi Jambian Tubai. Jasab Ye, Monotes Devashka, the Cheris Tubai. Keduji, Yan Cholisha, the Pasa, Chana Duju, Anga de Gua. Can you see the Ganka here? Yeah, right here, right? And So then, these three lamas are emanation of three Buddhas: Manjushri, Chenrezig, Avalokiteshvara, and Vajrapani. Okay. So then, you should imagine three tube of light coming down from Lama Tsongkhapa's heart, tube, and also a tube of light coming from the heart of the two disciples. And these two tube of light coming from the two disciples join the middle of the big tube that comes to your crown. Now, Je Tsongkhapa, Je Tsongkhapa, Je Tsongkhapa, Macho, Je Tsongkhapa, the Pokil is Je Bubu said the Tanga Lusa, the post Chogu Bubu, in English, like tube, right? You can have whatever tube is made of, cloth or paper, not cloth, paper or plastic or metal, whatever tube, kind of like the tube, but it's light, tube of light, long one, coming down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa, touching on my crown. Then, tube of light coming from the heart of this two disciples is joined at the middle, okay? All right, now why we have tube here? So that you can feel the nectar coming down through the tube, just like water running through the eavesdrop and through the pipes, right? Or gutters, and you have the irrigation canal, water like that. This is an example. And when you visualize light, you don't need a tube, just light coming, right? Like sunlight, like a beam. Okay? You don't need that. So here you visualize three tubes. Then visualize three tubes. Then you recite Miktema. Okay? That Miktema, Je Tsongkhapa, Bu Jerum Jitokari Ji Macha, Susu Juola Soup. Yazam Jeta Kilu Ji Tokari, Je Tsongkhapa, Bu Ni Chuk Di, and the Jerum Jitokari Mayum and the Osejo Tiki and Dusa Te. Dom. And it that, those children, then it makes them down. That means the generous mention the woman inside, like you give it to Losanta Vision, so on, makes them down. Makes them down, they got the name. And that was a buoy or a tin and Matuska March, Mapa. So Juni March, Zubunal Mayo, so you recite the mantra of Lama Tsongkhapa, mix them up. Being made the teachers to mention about the woman you saw the country. Those are the visual saw. Okay. So while you're reciting the mantra, you imagine nectar, white nectar coming down through the tubes into you, into your crown, down into your body, through your body. That was just a much more. Juni Ma, Luigi Gone, somebody that Luigi Gone Sabbath degree, Pacha. That was this couple of those my Sosanana, Zuguna, my Yoro, any Digba, that Luigi Gone Sabbath, Digba, Yorota, St. Jesus, Javala, so what the Majimala, Majimama, Juvala, Damnum, Karin, Sukangama, Nalon, Tanma, Yung Chiloma, and the Kambe one Martin Sonia, when a Chilo, Yaga Chilo, Lega Chain, Chingama, the garden, Zuguna, Talas, with it. Tantango, Tapangoro, and Togana, Jizubu Tudigal and Chut on my Timana, Timakama, can be one mamma, turning with my cousin, that can be one my own, then shower now, Manduro or dinner kitchen. This on the general. And now look, Luigi got some degree by the Ganga Matas. Any Louis Shegunda with yours, having a door. Lucio, so Subudi, Sherna, Shiguma, Sherna, on the Nero, Sherna, the Shero on the nature, on the Nera, Subudi nature, now all the district of the church, Macho, Papa. So you imagine the nectar coming down from the three tubes and then going into your body. Then imagine your unwholesome karma of the body, such as taking lives of sentient beings and taking things that does not belong to you, like killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, so on and so forth. All negative karma of the body, any kind of negative karma has to do with my body, okay? And all of them is washed out, come out from the bottom of my feet, gone out, gone, completely gone, okay? And imagine your entire body is like clear, and like a crystal, beautiful quartz crystal. You have the same body, shape of the body, everything's, but it's all gone. All unwholesome karma, everything. Imagine it's clear. This time your body is purified, and you receive the blessings of the body of Lama Tsongkhapa and 2 disciples. Then you recite, Mikjima. Keep going. Say about 21 times. That Mikjima, Tandandi Gumjara, Luke, and Savati, the Pasha, the Mibashara, take up the any Mikjima Tsan, you should down. No. That is how so any, I look on the Sabbath, the Pasha, the Dasun, then the Jerumuchi, yeah, says, which you know, someone, go so. Topson, we were not brought. That you were the Nagi going to say with the Repasha. I can see was in a Dianjo Duskawaya, then you done the Buyo, the Mars, the Zikawajo, the March, and Nembalatim. So Nembala, the Nembalatim. The other than anything, Nagi got is a degree, June, Tama, Titu, Nachos. Juisha, Tamachi, Namana, Tushinjan, Titus and Ting Embalam, Titus, Lanchas and Kajan Choma, can you manage Shindamana? She told them was a thema, told them she had your Tushinja, she had telling Lanchas, Jun, she had Tamas and Tushinja, Jun Tamas, Six number here, to just Ming Dota, Chicha, all the 6 So at this time, beautiful light and nectar coming down and through the tube dissolve into my throat. Imagine my speech karma purified. What are the unwholesome speech karma? Like telling lie, slandering, and gossip, harsh speech, like saying negative things, accusing somebody, and any kind of negative speech, like gossip and this and that, right? And any kind of speech that creates defilement, delusion, agitation, and kind of talking nonsense, right? That's called gossip, right? So all these negative karma of speech now completely gone, purified. That now you're going to see the degree by that you somewhat dancing right? That kind of show us those my pop junior ma chi magi wa kang ba thi da chi and then those ka wo dia those yung ro ya then the potora na chulo na ji namu chumalu di no wall ma do ra di ya ka yung ro then ka mongolo ne kan ma den ro chi o de na ji wo that is just like when you're pouring water inside the bottle. The water goes down to the bottom and then comes up, you fill up, right? The more you put it in the water, splash out like that. So nectar come down and then go down to the bottom of your feet and then come up. As the nectar coming out, white nectar coming out, then unwholesome speech karma is going out from your mouth through the nostrils, especially from the mouth. Unwholesome karma speech now gone. No more unwholesome karma. Purified. So imagine my speech is become pure speech of Buddha, pure speech of Lama Tsongkhapa and 2 disciples, Gyaltsab and Kendrup and pure speech of Maitreya Buddha. And that so now going to the Pasha Taro Tani Sanji Sung Naji Nga Sung Naji Jongsung, Jasonia Bana, Suya Yala Tuchus, and Yori Ben Jambi Yang. Sanji get the song that the Yonde Mamboji, Yonde Tuchitamaya, Suya Yala Tuchus, and song the Nimbo Sabo Jachawa, and Mamboyata, the patient of yours, Jambe Tenjuna Yoria. So we call 60 melodies of the Buddha's speech. The Buddha's speech has so many qualities: profound speech, sweet speech, like music. And also Buddha's speech is very special. We call it Sanji Mancho Songra, Chopin something that girl master you can and the occasion that to find you know. When I answer that Chicha the door, Chodu then automatic translation. So even Italian keda, German keda, machine, Pajo the Inji keda, Pageta, Japan keda, Jamaica, Kangal Kumi, Kwache, Chadwa, what do you call simultaneous translation? It's, in the United Nations, a big conference, and when I was in Italy many years ago, 2017, so Nitu Rinpoche came and gave an initiation. So there was Lama Michel was teaching, translating in English. There was one Italian guy who was translating into Italian from English, and it was going wow, and very interesting, right? So when Buddha teach in Sanskrit, okay, then all the disciples sitting there, wherever they come from, people from different parts of India. The India has so many languages in India. Even now, there's lots of languages, right? South India, Tamil language, Telugu language, Malayalam language, Karnataka language, and Gujarat language, and Kashmiri, Urdu language, Bengali language. There are many, many languages. And way back then, so even more. Because English language actually killed a lot of languages. And because they all become English, English is the number one language in India now. Right? So like that, all globalized. So many languages dying now in Nepal, Tibet, and everywhere in Africa, right? And because people urbanize, people move into the big cities, they forgot their language, right? So anyway, when Buddha's time, there were so many different languages. And Buddha was teaching in Sanskrit, and then automatically translated in their language. Sanji Machi Song, something that girl song. And then Koran to Sangma, Koran Susu scale, go here. Benepijan, Sungji Nido Sungza Nas, Duma Nido Soso Ko, Sungji Nido Sungza, Sixty, something that girl Masora, Sungji Nido Sungza Nas, Duma Nido Soso, Kin Raman, the Thomas Mongosio, Duma Nido Soso Ko. At the day. That's how you might choose on this one. Do I like it? I look down the yin, Drum down a me, get up. Do I can you done them to Tamji get a daggy children, I'm just good walk, and the Lama Zochu, some you can Lama Jaggy, Tijan Bachet, the young language and abuse some juice on the Lusuri. Like it, I look down the yin, Drum down a me, do I can you done it to Tamji get the daggy children, like it, Louis get that Louis, you are, to whom singing my mind in there. So it's amazing, like when Buddha was teaching in Sanskrit, and it automatically translated into all the different languages, like language of God, demigod, Nagas, Rakshas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras. There's so many spirits, they can hear. You don't need translation. This is the power of Buddha's speech. The quality of the Buddha's speech. See? And it's wonderful, right? And I go to India for pilgrimage, we go to that they go to Gorjal, and they be Sanjay Jomden, Shirabji Paruchim and Do, Shijing Do Sonsa, be Jago Pumber and Rawa, and Doji in Pound, Magadatini, Rajki Dua. Jagu Kap, Jagu Pumuri Dua, or the Sanji, Shijin Dosora. Those who Nicolani, that's something to kill Maso. That in call Momber, the Gindi, Dachum, but the Chanjus, but the Sherry for Mongabu, then Ramjo, then Papa Chen is also that in that Gilum, the Gindi, the Mecha Pomota, Ram, the Tunga, Timabo, Kijera, Pigeon and Dua. Nagi to you, how can all these so many thousands, 100,000 people come to sit? I don't understand how did they fit in this little place? I say, you don't understand. I said, some of these highly realized and Arahat, Bodhisattva, they actually don't need a place to sit down. They levitate in the faith. And not only that, they don't have to sit so close. They can be miles down there. They can hear Buddha's teaching. Condition, that's Sanji Chusora. Sanji Chusumikala. Rinbu, been a kilometer to the unit, Kunza Google. Why can this cause Sanji Sungi Nubali? Korea. Even if you knew Sangaja the Guamare, Goma, Tarin Butchers, Nicola, you don't have to worry the Buddha is all these people sitting in crowded. He said, how does all these people fit here? No, many Arhat Bodhisattva, they're limited in space, they're floating around, and many of them sitting way, way down, miles and miles down, they can hear. There's no distance. Because the power of the Buddha's speech, the volume, you can be right in front of the Buddha, you could be 2, 3, 4, 500, feet or meters. You can hear the same volume. This is power of the Buddha's speech. That's Sanji Sungi Nubarwa. So doing the thing in war making my fit ja nija sunja shija thing. Take touch your the shook your or the Tiwain water. Injigal Tresido, volumes and the Burgilla, that volumes shooks in metal. He shook Nubajo or the new water. That's Sanji Sungi. So this is one just example like that. One of the 60 melodies or qualities of Buddhist speech. It's wonderful, right? But to that, those marching are going to be repashed. That's one of that's Sanji Sung, because Sung So you imagine I received the speech quality of the Buddha, blessings of the Buddha, all my unwholesome karmas of the speeches now purified, gone. Then the third one is again nectar coming down, flowing down through the tubes of light from Lama Tsongkhapa's heart and heart of the two disciples. This time the nectar comes straight into my heart. As soon as it comes to the heart, my negative mind all gone. For example, if I have anger, frustration, stress, and attachment, greed, and grieving mind, whatever. We have lots of things, right? Complicated mind. Human beings are complicated. And some people are easygoing people, some are not. Sometimes also comes and goes. It depends on what happens in our life, right? And so whatever you have, or some guilt or grieving, you lost somebody, loved one, and or you're worrying, so much worry about the future, or worry about old age, worry about pension, not getting enough pension, or whatever, you might lose your house. And there's a lot of worry, people worry. We have so many worries. And grieving, because it's a natural thing. I'm not saying it's unreasonable. We human beings, this is part of life. Dukkha, because dunga, and the beginning of dunga, something that gets dukkha says dunga is taken away. That's something in the dunga making your marwa. It's not something in the dunga, just the tower, juice, and so on. Or the Tanji Tango issue, but Temeshi Gombagala, Chambati Minji Temesos. Inji Teme said, something in dunga meva, you are sure some saw there, some of I didn't Inji Teme. Then until dunga yaro. And the Inji killed that stress, that the Bulgarian stress, the Kali can same machi, which and tongue chair your stress, yom. And the day that the day kanga dunga kanga, but some may have a chance on him. But Chilok, Lame Chilok, some sure, some may have a chance, some Kuyang Bo. Sangboche, Chibuchen, as Karina, Karimena, Simji, the ring, Sanyi, Nani, Mongo, Simji, Kagacham, Chihuahua, the simply mess. Nana, Shina, Karina, and the Koi Juniors, the Semna, the you law on the Jenny. Nuba Semna, Boba Sira, Boba, and Nuba Jero, the Lamichin Larry. What in this year's on him, the summer down. So you have to imagine when the nectar coming down, direct from the heart of 3 gurus and straight into your heart, that time you imagine your mind is purified completely. Your mental defilements are purified. We got lots of defilement. What I mean is that we have lots of anxiety, fear, stress, all kinds of things about life, old age, sickness, dissatisfaction, and mundane things about life, about worrying about children and grandchildren, all kinds of crises in life, right? We have all kinds of problems, like midlife crisis and menopause and old age, all kinds of on and on and on, As a forget all the share midlife crisis, share yomorwa, then the menopause, share mendoa, and the crisis, share yomor, crisis, you can love. And as a regular crisis, Dungazo, that Dungar, Kanga Dungaro. The mixing the share yoma, the name Mambo Shidganen, Shamia to you though. Midlife crisis, you let you on any crisis. Midlife crisis, how comes? But that day, some of the Antonia, some day with all. See, in Tibetan language, we don't have a word called midlife crisis. What is midlife crisis? Life is always crisis. There's so many crises in life. We know that. So why call midlife? One guy told me he got midlife crisis. He didn't know what to do. He went out, jumped on the motorcycle, went to the highway, then just took off. Doesn't know where he's going. Just went. So what's this? And he was upset, something, right? And then he kept going until gas run out, or maybe police come and give you a big ticket. And then you get more crisis. Maybe the police take away your license. And then it's a big problem, right? So we don't have the word midlife crisis. It's just a problem. That's it, samsara, just dukkha, right? Okay? And we don't have a word called emptiness syndrome. So in West they talk about, right? Or children are gone, now you're kind of lonely, right? Emptiness syndrome, like a bird, like you, and the little eggs gone now, and little chick flew away, and now your mama bird is running around, and where's my baby gone? I'm crying. Birds, I don't know birds, they do that. I don't think they do it. They actually push the baby out. You go, fly now. We have to migrate, You see, where I live in Nelson, we have lots of offspring. They build a nest on the trees, and then little baby chicks, they scared to fly, right? The mother just push them out, and they fall down, usually land in the water, and then they take off. She wants you to go away. So what do we call it in English? Weaning, right? When you do it, you do it, Kaman, Gungan and Martin, Shopate, Kachin Chamber, Chu Amayoro, Kujaja Mayudo, Achon Roshos, Neta Varijambu Kalte, Kalakaudas, Charam John Madani, Gungan, Namtram Chagres, Nangazanga, Rojo Mandorwa. We have to go down, right, south to Mexico, somewhere. Better go now, better fly. That's what they do. So, in English language, they call it midlife crisis or emptiness syndrome. Do you have a word like that in French, emptiness syndrome? Maybe not.
Yeah, I think we just say emptiness.
Yeah, whatever, right? Yeah, whatever. So,
we can translate the same words.
Okay, you can translate. That's fine. Don't translate now. Don't cause confusion. And anyway, I think when your children are gone, then you should be happy. They're gone and they're studying and enjoy themselves. They got their own life. They need to grow up, whatever. Now I can sit, meditate, to study Dharma. Perfect. I did my duty. I did my job. You rejoice yourself. That's important to rejoice. Don't feel like, I'm now suffering. Midlife crisis. What is this? And so anyway, it's easy to say for me to say all this, but it's not. It's hard to do it, right? So so then imagine your mind is now totally purified. Okay, purified. Now I feel so good because I received blessing of the Guru. And I can do this again and again. Every day I can do this. Gandil Hagyama, Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, I can do this practice. I'm very fortunate, okay? And, okay, so you recite the mantra, and then final thing. So we're time running out, okay. And final thing is, that Lama Ma Timgore, Lama Timsu, Lama Susul Ma Ying, Ying Yu, Ying Ma Pep. Ningshu so and Bechik, Bechina, Lama Ningshu, Ningalma, Shurona, Peronas, that Tama the chicks, Sholoka Sumdua, Baden Lama Rinpoche, Dagi, Jorbe, Tingula, Kadinchim, Kuso to you, that's what you say. Oh, you pray to the Guru, the glorious Guru. I have to look at the English translation. I don't think there is one here. Oh, there is one here. Okay. So, I want to say, glorious Guru, please descend on my crown. Please accept me as your disciple due to your great compassion. Bless me by your body, speech, and mind. So that time, you imagine those two disciples dissolve into Lama Tsongkhapa, and Lama Tsongkhapa becomes smaller and smaller. He descended on your crown. Zasep Tulku Rinpoche la ten. Rinpoche kusu shinju jin ma jo la pe deshu. Baden zawe la marambe dagi jo pe meting la karin chimu goni. Dagi jo pe meting julas pe meting denchi ikal shu. Gaden Choling Centre. So as the Gurus come down at my crown, two disciples dissolve into Lama Tsongkhapa, now descend on your crown. Then say again, Gaden Choling Ma Penny, Ningal lose my tune ma pe, Ningal shoe, Pemada David, Pemada David and shoe. Shune. And then Dagi Ninka payment, you like cutting chimpu goni, Tanga Jesus Ronas, Kosung Tuji Mudu, that Chirang called the song to the Chilap Mudu, Alaronas, Yerum, they will show you, Bebache, so then you imagine, oh Guru, Lama Tsongkhapa, please descend to my heart on the lotus and moon cushion. Please bless me by your body, speech, and holy body, speech, and mind. That's the second. Third time, you say again, but then Dagi Ninga, Karin Jim Guri, Chanju Ninguba, the Tempershuta, but then Zavala Jerum Bushitang, Ninga Shurona, Chanju Ninguba, Tempershu, Na Sanji, Homa Matuba, being Ninga Shuronas, so on. Chanju Ninguba, Sanji Combo Matu, and you never check. So you imagine, oh Guru Tsongkhapa, please come, descend my heart and stay with my heart, at my heart, until I reach Changchu, or means enlightenment, stay at my heart. So then you imagine, he's there, you're at my heart. And then this lotus, you have this lotus cushion, and moon cushion, he's sitting on the lotus cushion, and the lotus flower like this, then he's sitting inside the lotus flower, okay, right? Like we say, Padma Sambhava, lotus bone, guru, right? Like that. Lama Tsongkhapa sitting here. So that's the final visualization. And that Janju Nimbu Batema, that Jerumuchi Sosa Ningala Chu Yonyam Bevache, that Jerumu, that was you, so Savelama, Savelama Kadin, Juvelama, Dembelama, Tuji, Namila, Savelama Kadin, Dembelama, or Savelama, Jalabi, Dembelama. Juvelama, Tuji, or that's also Jerumuchi to a show you and Mevachi, Kawad, Rona, Kawad, Jerumuchi, to a show you and Mevachi, then send the pay, they are sent to you. And it's also Chimley Chego, the Shego, and the Omar, or to show you, Ramambushu me. So then you imagine Lama Tsongkhapa at your heart is always there, and so you're always protected. He's there all until you become enlightened. He's going to guide you all the time. When you have some question about life, about spirituality, spiritual practice, you can always ask Lama Tsongkhapa at your heart. Mixman soda any Toja Goya, Zamzam Senna, Tea, Tangle, Tea Jimudua, Niniche, Ninimagia, similar to Tea, you Lami Chilori. 근데 이거도 와. 그럼 배나 semnang ji semre ji da karsho ina jigatri yagal jin document punja tuhan document dona jin dona visa rayon the mion ji semre the yoro and jeru mi so da mi chotne semna to dam dati yungor land yungor dan roshos da tapshi ches uzu jaus yungor and dam da ya an mata yishu che dan ne ko mandus je majis listen saying go dam da chana ko la melam na yungor so you pray to Lama Tsongkhapa at your heart. So when you have something important questions about Dharma practice, and then you pray, and then the question comes in your mind, the thought comes in your mind. That's what we call inner guru, and the message comes in your mind spontaneously. This is why we call inner guru. Okay, all right. And idea comes, message coming, or you have something simple question like, oh, shall I go to India? I go to China or Tibet? Or shall I do this or don't do this? What shall I do, right? You ask, pray to Lama Tsongkhapa, and you get the idea, the message. Message is coming. Okay, all right, thank you. And if you have any questions, most welcome. We got about 5-10 minutes. Yes, Martin.
Thank you, Richard. Can you say a few words on, sometimes there are 8 instead of 7 limbs?
Yeah.
Say, Lama will say, Ini Shibai.
Sorry?
Yeah, we'll say, Lama will say, Ini Shibai.
Oh, okay.
8 verse.
Right. Lama was you going to tell them. Haman was to grow away. This is the mission. Yeah. Namda was in Xingbai, so you got a channel, but this is the same meaning as requesting the Guru stay with us. Here it says, Namda was in Xingbai. You will arise from pure, clear light. You're with your enlightened body, mind, state of clear light. Sungju got a channel. Sungju means you are fully enlightened. Your enlightened body, enlightenment. Your Dharmakaya. There is no. You don't sort of. Sungju got a channel mangai, which means you don't sort of come and go, and appears and disappears. You're always like that, like the sun, like the moon is always there, right? And but you can't see the sun and moon when there's a cloud. Cloudy day, not because of you don't have the power. There's some obscuration going on. Like that, in my mind, I think all kinds of like defilements or some obscurations happening. I can't see it, but you're always there. So therefore, I ask you to stay here, come down here, and come down, and for me as a incarnation and manifestation, emanation, please come down. So this is extra. Not only you ask the Guru remain with us, but come down right in front of me and give me advice. And stay here too.
Rinpoche.
That was a question from Martin.
Rinpoche?
Yes. Wendy.
Online, a couple of questions. The first is from Kieran.
Yes.
Question for the Guru, please. Rinpoche, why is the text on Lama Tsongkhapa on the left shoulder, the Prajna Paramita Sutra? Why not some other scripture? And what is the symbolism of this, please?
Why he's got a Prajna Paramita Sutra on the lotus?
On the left shoulder.
Yeah. Left shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, and why not some other scripture?
Yeah, I understand. And so, reason why he's got Prajna Paramita Sutra there, because Lama Tsongkhapa is incarnation of Manjushri, okay? Jambi Truvarava. So Manjushri always have wisdom sword and Prajna Paramita Sutra on the left side, on the lotus. The Jejun Jambi Truvarava, Jambi the Shiravrat, Yun Chola Poti, Shejin Poti, or the nature Jambi Truva in Suma. Hinda, and the culture is a Hinda. So So the question is why Prajnaparamita Sutra instead of some sutra about Vinaya Sutra or Abhidharma Sutra. This means that he is the emanation of Manjushu. That's it. But not only that, also Prajnaparamita is the essence of the entire teaching of Buddha. Essence. Okay? Yes.
Question from Michelle. What's the difference between shunyata and non-duality?
Shunyata and non-duality, there's a big difference because non-duality doesn't mean shunyata. Okay, there's a difference between. If you realize shunyata, you realize non-duality. Okay, if you got realization of shunyata, you got realization of non-duality. But if you got realization of non-duality, doesn't mean you got realization of shunyata. Okay, because a lot of scientists, people science, they talk about non-duality too. Two is one. Like they talk about two is one. Like, okay, yeah, circle. Yeah. Two is one. And like a circle, a moon or whatever, two is one. Non-duality, there is no right or wrong, good and bad. Everything is one, like quantum theories and this and that. One energy, one, everything is one, this, one, that, right? Kind of non-duality and positive, negative is all one, right? So if you got that kind of realization, doesn't mean you have realization of shunyata. There was a very famous guy, a professor called David Boom, and he's an expert on those kind of teaching. I met him in Carleton University, Austin, Ottawa. There was a conference. I was there with him. And he was an amazing guy. And when he talked about non-duality, he talked almost like shunyata, right?
Next question is from Sean. Rinpoche, can you please comment on how the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga Sadhana can be used as a basis for doing the Ngondro mandala offering practice, 100,000 short mandala offerings?
So that's not very clear. So when you do Gandhil Hagyama, does that become substitute for mandala offering?
Yes, can it be used as a basis for doing this other mandala?
Basis, yeah, you can do it basis. So if you're doing mandala offerings, the Mendra Pya or Mendra Jatam, so you do the Gandhil Hagyama, and then there's a mandala offering right there, short mandala offering, then you do a mandala offering right there, and then count that mandala offering. That's a good question. Practical question. Yes?
John is asking, thank you, Rinpoche. Do you image all three, Lama Tsongkhapa or Lama Tsongkhapa and his students at your heart?
You don't have to. As I said, before the Lama descending down, the two Lama dissolve into Tsongkhapa. Then Lama Tsongkhapa, he is the essence of those two. Then he come down, descend your heart. Yes.
Another one is from Jamie, from Richard Liddell, excuse me. Can you please explain more about the two disciples of Lama Tsongkhapa?
Well, you have to read their autobiography. And so, Kedup Jev, Kedup means he was learned and Mahasiddha, Kedup Jev. Gyaltsab means he was the throne holder of Lama Tsongkhapa. After Lama Tsongkhapa passed away, he was the first Gaden Tuba. That Jiro Mushi was Gaden Tuba Yoro. Ambudi, Zasep Tulku. So these two lamas born in central Tibet, sort of west of around area called Zhang Prefecture, the west of Lhasa, Zhangba, they're Zhangba. And this area, there are many great scholars come from Zhang. Okay? And Zhang actually Tibetan word means Zhang means clean, Zhangma is clean, beautiful, right? And there's a place called one place called Zhangdana, and there's a very unique place. It's got lots of minerals, okay? And there's when children grow up in this area, they're drinking the water and there's lots of mineral. They make their mind really good. The brain is really good and sharp mind, intelligent, right? So this is interesting. They talk about, in around the world, there's 7 places people live long time. One place is Hunza in Gilgit in West Pakistan. Another one is Peru or somewhere. Another place is Georgia, and people live long, 140 years, 30 years, and this and that. Longevity because of the mineral content in the water and so on and so forth. Whatever happened. So these 2 lamas from Tsang area, they were Sakyapa lamas, okay? There was no Gelugpas before Tsongkhapa, right? So they were very brilliant scholars, and then they went to Tsongkhapa. They wanted to debate with Lama Tsongkhapa. So they went, and when they met Tsongkhapa, they said, this teacher is incredible. I can't debate with this. They were all overwhelmed, and they just said, look, I'm sorry, I don't want to debate. I want to be your disciple. Please accept me as your disciple. So they both become disciple of Lama Tsongkhapa. That is your subject, the Ketu Jiniga, the Tsongba, Tsongchong. And the Sakyavara, Sakyalamara, and Jerumuchil, Sobachil, Sobachi, the Canada, Jerumuchil, Tepashu, Lamandi, only the Sanjay Consuration. I think Jerumuchil, the Roman Narunas, and then I told Yagamet, Jerumuchil, Roma Chantini, to see all to see that. So that's all I can say right now.
The next question is from Kiran Rinpoche. What's the connection between Manjushri and Yamchenmo? Are they 2 sides of the same coin?
2 sides of the same coin. I don't know, coins. You talk about coin business. Yeah, 2 sides. Well, Manjushri is the wisdom deity. Yes, that's an interesting question. And Yamchenmo, Parajana Paramita, is also a wisdom deity. And I can't say the same. It's 2 sides of the coin, and so if you practice Mother Prajna Paramita, you will get lots of realization of Shunyata, and as Manjushri also. So similar, and they're not the Yabiyum and in tantric term, right? For example, when you talk about Yabiyum, Manjushri is Yab, Saraswati is the Yum. And Parajana Paramita is not the Yum. And, very interesting. That's it? All right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Lama Sanji Rujune Doa Chicha Maluba Jeji Sala Goboresho Sanju Semcho Banan Jeju Keba Nyamba Meba Kone Kondu Dewa Show. Thank you. Tuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you. Thank you. Là, oh,